That's right, my friends. WildmanSteve here. And oh my gosh, we're going to have some fun. I love having fun, especially in the middle of the week. It's awesome. I'll tell you what, you're saying, why are we going to have so much fun? Well, because we have a very special guest in our studio today. That's right, the lovely and highly talented Melissa Joe. Hey, Melissa, how you doing?
Awesome, Steve. Thanks for having me today.
I'm so thrilled to have you, no doubt about it. I remember, I think the first time I saw you perform was a couple of years ago at a Cosmic Festival.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And I was quite taken with your presence on stage and the songs you were singing. How'd you get doing that? Get into this?
Well, it's really funny. I actually did do music in college. I went the music ed route, and I taught public school, music middle school. I had 200 kids a day.
Oh, cool.
6th and 7th graders mostly. That was a couple of years right straight out of college, and I loved it for the kids, but the other parts of it was crushing my joy out of music. So I left that career, and that was a hard decision, but went into other jobs totally unrelated for about 8 or 9 years total, and then a strange twist of fate kind of brought me back to music and started writing my own tunes completely in my own style that was different from my college presentation about 4.5, 5 years ago.
Oh, and cool.
Some of the ones that were coming out felt good enough to me to perhaps record, and then suddenly I was able to get a tiny window of time and money, and thought, if I don't go for it now, I might never go for it. So I thought, let me go for it. So I put it together, and like a Chinese puzzle box, it fit, and it all came together, and I'm really happy about my first CD, Box of Stars.
A great CD, Box of Stars, the name of it, and boy, I'll tell you what, you got a lineup of Atlanta's finest on here. We're talking John Marsh of Deep Blue Sun, Beetle Andrews, Michael Hurwitz, Rurik Noonan, Jamie Hood, Don Whitaker, Bill Fleming. Ay caramba. I mean, just to name a few.
Yeah.
I mean, golly, you got some of Atlanta's finest on there.
We do. I got Don Whitaker on there, too, and Jenny Hillman. And John Briglovich was a friend of mine from college. He has a great studio, Sonica, in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And he was particular in college when we did the classical guitar quartets, because that's what I played in college, was classical guitar. And then he was particular then, and I knew he was kind of the guy I think I wanted to go to for this first CD. And he did a marvelous job with it. I'm really pleased. And we took a really organic approach. We had a rough skeleton key track of just me and vocals and guitar. I gave the songs out to the people that I thought would sound great with it. Then they came in, and we did like 3 or 4 takes just to like get the feel of how we wanted it to flow. And we just kind of kept them open like that, and then took the best of those takes and built it, and it was beautiful. Everybody played along with it really well. I was really pleased.
Well, that was the first time I listened to the CD. It was that's what struck me, I think, was that it sounded like y'all were, first of all, having a lot of fun in the studio and not approaching it like, oh my God, this has got to be every note perfect and all that kind of stuff. The fact of the matter is, it feels organic, like you're having a good time in the studio, that it all came together kind of like it was supposed to, rather than forcing it to be what you any preconceptions. Is that how it kind of went?
Absolutely. I really had an aim to kind of keep a fresh sound for it and keep it a little bit more live sounding, a little more real, even though, of course, we did some editing and stuff with it. And it was just really amazing. It's like I was able to schedule everybody and get it out on a super tight timeline, like a month and a half.
Wow.
And had a soft release Memorial Day Cosmic that year, which is last year, actually.
Yeah.
So, But I love the community. I've been going to shows and meeting all these musicians for a long time, listening to their bands. So they knew me. It was like I built that trust in so that they knew who I was.
Yeah.
And so far, all the feedback has been really good on it. For a first CD, I'm very pleased.
For a debut, it is very strong. No question about it.
Thank you. I really enjoy it.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a very fulfilling CD. That's how I would describe it. It's all over the map style-wise.
It is. I had a real good blend. I wanted to kind of showcase my vocal abilities and my songwriting skills with this first CD. So I have stuff that's more folk country, and I have things that are more jam, jazz, blues, and there's a variety on purpose. So
well, that's good. And as stars are diverse, and so is this album, no doubt about it. Very
absolutely.
Cool. Well, you know what? I think it's time to get to hear a little of this music. We've been talking about it enough. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Melissa Joe.
Yeah, and I am on Facebook. That's the best place to follow me, Melissa Joe, just J-O. But working on the website, that'll be put up there as soon as I got it, and we'll put this interview up after we get it finished up and online. First song is Train, because I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and of course you got trains everywhere here, so had to do a train song.
every little
you. So train songs usually really jamming because we get some people bluesing out on the solos there. But today you get my whistle version. This is a different track, also an original called More Than Words. I get lonely Sunday evenings, watching the sun sinking slow. Close my eyes and picture highways and these friends I had come to no, she is so brittle, he is so frozen yet. When I see their souls shine through, there's gotta be a better way to love. There's gotta be another day to share love. There's gotta be another way, more than words can say. I know it's raining up in Seattle, where the mountains kiss the sea. Ah, me, and I know that now is all that matters. Whoa, and I love that you are here with me. We will travel distant highways, meet in the crossroads of your dream. I'll touch your face and you'll pull me close to you and explain what it all means. She is so brittle, he is so frozen yet. When I feel their souls shine through, there's gotta be a better way to love. There's gotta be another day to share love. There's gotta be another way, more than words can say, more than words can say. Ooh. More than words can say. All right, so I'm going to do one more off my CD for y'all here, and then maybe another. We'll see how we're going with time. This one was inspired by Asheville and good friends up there, and I wrote it on their back porch after my first drive into the city. It's just so beautiful, and it really inspired me. So this is Mountain Song. Usually got a nice little flute on the CD. Little flute, little fiddle. I got Rurik Noonan doing fiddle with this on the CD. It's really nice, so... my strife. Then it comes the season for a trip to soothe my soul. And as the land it changes shape, the folds they guide me home to the mountains, where everything is crystalline and clear. In the everything is only as it seems. Look out on the hillside, hear the wind move through the trees. Smell the sultry rain-kissed air and feel the magic breeze. Leave behind your troubles and your worries and your fear, because they are no good for you. The land shall wipe you clear. In the mountains, where everything is crystalline and clear. In the mountains, where everything creative is a seed. Walk with me along this path and smell the smoke-kissed air. Know this world's a mystery, a blessing and repair. For every burden you lay down, the earth can heal your heart. Surround yourself with those you love and let that be a start. In the mountains, where everything is crystalline and clear. In the mountains, where everything is only as a dream.
Very, very nice. Yeah, man, you have such a very pure voice. It is. I mean, when you hit one of those high notes, it's just so pure.
Right.
The note is so there.
It's a little unusual because pretty much everybody for years now has been influenced otherwise by all the
Exactly.
TV shows and everything, and I on purpose avoided watching all of that because I don't think I would have been able to find my own musical style and voice if I'd got caught up in it all. But yeah,
yeah, I love it. It just is so crystal clear, and so Your intonation is so fantastic.
Thank
it's really nice. And I hear a lot of jazz and kind of underlying your music. It reminds me maybe a little bit of Cassandra Wilson or something like that.
Oh, thank you. That's such a compliment. Yeah, writing style, I do have I love jazz so much. I'm sure I was a jazz musician in a past life because it just resonates so strong with me. And I've had dreams about being a musician in other lives, so I believe in that because it wasn't me, but I was seeing what I was doing there. And so I think that's possible for people. But jazz I've always loved, and it creeps into a lot of things just with my chord choices.
Well, that's I'm hearing that. That last tune is just, I mean, it is jazz, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just presented in a more folk setting.
It is jazz in a folk setting. I like that. Yeah. My favorite classical guitar composers in college were often the South American or Brazilian ones.
Really?
Yes, Villa-Lobos was one. I think Brouwer is from Cuba, but there's a lot of South American composers that probably influenced my ear too in my own writing.
And I was wondering, I was going to ask you who you would cite as your major influences.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I really believe we're sponges and we soak everything. And it's hard to even pick out favorite ones. But growing up, I loved women singers like Chrissie Hynde, The Pretenders, and of course Sarah McLachlan. I do a couple of her tunes as covers. I do a Norah Jones. There's so many amazing artists out there, and
no doubt.
they all and everybody, of course, that I used on the album, all of their bands, which many of them are in more than one, of course, kind of fit into things as well.
Absolutely, very cool. I'm loving it, no doubt about it. The CD is Box of Stars. Where can people get this?
Well, right now, I just have the hard-pressed copies. I'm finishing up a website. It's going to be connected to my Facebook page very soon. I'm going to stop by, I think, Bill Sheffield's Tuesday Jazz Blues Jam over at Darwin's next Tuesday. They just got Darwin's reopened. And I've been planning to stop by there. It's possible my friend Shanti might come with me. I don't know yet.
Cool.
But and I'll have other shows locally opening up. I've done some opens for like Ralph Roddenberry and some other folks, and then I've been doing some private festivals and invites. But I do hope to have all of that online soon for download for folks from iTunes, etc. And if you just sign up to be my friend on Facebook, I actually do have a separate music page, which I'll be connecting to my main page shortly. So.
Cool. Well, I am happy to be your friend on Facebook and keep up with your adventures, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
It's fabulous music. I really like this CD, and I wish you the best with it for sure. You got one more for me?
Yeah. I'll do another tune for you, and then of course we're going to go out on a favorite.
We'll play one from the CD.
From the CD after this tune, that's a great jam with Don Whitaker, John Marsh, and Michael Beadle Andrews with me. So the one off the CD after this song is Height, and it's one of my faves. But just to give you one more off of the CD now, I'm thinking I will play you Cowboy Waltz that I wrote, just for a different style for you.
Sounds like fun. Melissa Joe.
Yeah. This is called Unbroken Places. Do I love you because I cannot ever have you? Do I love you some kind of ideal? And yet while you live here inside of my heart, will I miss someone else I could feel? We both know our demons and angels. We both see more clearly with time. We both know tomorrow is no guarantee we would find So I guess here the question I'm asking is about the way time changes dreams. When you see that so much is illusion and the stitching's come undone at the seams, as we love and our hearts get all broken down, those hard scars, they can cover the world. It's sad that we ballast with judgments, hold us down and blind us to worth. Whoa, those unbroken laces, safe harbor to weather the storms. I sing to those unbroken laces. Are they all in my head? Just illusion instead of what's real. Tell me where can I find one home for my heart to stay warm? Do I love you because I cannot ever have you? Do I love you some kind of ideal?
Very, very nice. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Joe right here in our studios. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure,
It
Steve.
was absolutely lovely.
And y'all check out this height. It's going to rock.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think we're gonna. You were kind enough to bring a CD to give away.
Ooh, let's do it.
And so, you know what, folks? The first person that emails me at request@wildmansteve.com,
Ding, ding, ding.
send me your mailing address, and I will mail to you a Melissa Joe CD. That's right.
Enjoy.
That's right. It's request@wildmansteve.com. First person that sends me an email gets a free CD. And we're going to go out with this tune called Height. And it features our good buddies John Marsh, Beetle Andrews, and Don Whitaker. Oh, man, all good friends of mine. Great players.
Yeah.
This is a good tune, too.
It
No
is.
doubt
I'm
about
digging
it.
Yeah.
Melissa, thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Here we go.